guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Kaz here, and I am back with another video for you guys. If you are new to my channel, welcome to the family, and if you are returning, what's up? You guys, today's video is going to be about me eating foods out of the Bible for 72 hours. So on this health journey, I just decided that I wanted to be as healthy as possible. So I wanted to do this challenge because what's more healthier than the food that God put on this earth for us to eat as the basics. So you guys follow me for the next 3 days as I create healthy meals with ingredients straight from the Bible. If you have not subscribed already to my YouTube channel, please go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit the notification bell so you can know when I post my next video. Let's get this video started. And let's get started with my weigh-in, you guys. And yes, that number is a complete mess. Not feeling it. So for breakfast, I have some millet here that I'm going to be using to make some porridge. It is more like a fine seed instead of grains. I'm going to be using this and blending it into my blender so I can make like a fine powder. I should have blended it up a little bit more to make the porridge, but it still came out good. Millet was very popular in the Bible. It was used to make bread and cereal. It is also very high in fiber. It controls your blood sugar and cholesterol levels. So I will be adding this to my pantry. This porridge was starting to come out so creamy, y'all. And let's give it up for the raw honey in the back that helped me out with so many meals. So for my toppings, I'm just going to be using some apples. And no, you guys, this is not the forbidden one. I can actually eat this one. I'm going to add some honey and cinnamon and saute it in the pan for my topping. I'll also be adding some walnuts. Now this was so good and kept me full for most of the morning. I am very pleased with my porridge, y'all. So I have some cucumber water here that is going to keep me hydrated throughout the day. It's also going to provide me with some antioxidants and help me with my skin. Why not? So for lunch, I'm going to be making a watermelon salad. This was a very light lunch, y'all, and I felt like it was pretty much me just detoxing for the day. I did get this recipe from Pinterest. It was a very good recipe, and I thought that it would taste very good, so why not try it? I'm going to be adding some feta cheese. Who would have known that watermelon and cheese taste so good, y'all? But it was a whole bust down. I love how this salad finally came together. It was so pretty and so good to eat. For a quick snack, I just had some roasted chickpeas made with honey, olive oil, and sea salt. So for dinner, I'm going to be using some barley to make rice. Barley was mentioned in the Bible 37 times. It was so popular, especially for the poor. They mainly use barley to make breads and porridge. You can make barley just like making regular rice. All I used was sea salt and parsley and made it cook down for about 20 minutes. I'm going to be pairing this with a piece of salmon, also eaten in the Bible. Right here you see me using coriander seasoning to season the fish. It has been the best seasoning I have used thus far. I'm just going to add some butter to the pan to cook down my fish. I'm going to be sauteing some garlic and placing the fish inside the pan so that it can simmer. I also added some raw honey to the fish and also directly in the pan so that it can cook down and have a little sweet and salty taste. As my side dish, I'm going to be making some leeks. This was so different for me, y'all. I've always seen it in the store, but I've never tried it. It has a mild onion taste, but very mild. It was actually really good. I sauteed it using some olive oil and onions. I also added milk and cheese to make a cream and just mixed it up into the leeks. Sorry for the bad footage, but this is how they kind of simmer down. And voila, there is my dinner for the day. I was so excited because I was really hungry, y'all. It's my dad. He has our bush tea here.
That's right. Rosemary.
Rosemary. And what kind of?
Sarasi. And lemongrass.
And lemongrass.
Otherwise known as fever grass.
Or fever grass. So yes, you guys, this is the bush tea that we're going to be having. Yay. So if anybody know me, they know I love a good pancake recipe. So here I will be using some spelt flour for these pancakes. I will be using 2 eggs, a cup of flour, some apples because I assume they will make applesauce. Added some cinnamon, milk, and there is my mixture. I'm just going to blend this up to make it easy. I've been blending up all of my pancake mix nowadays. When you pour it, it just pours out so smooth. The texture of the batter is just so nice. Before you flip them, they do not have bubbles in it, so you do have to watch the edges. Look how this came out so beautiful, y'all. All I do is just trim off the edges to my pancakes so that they can come out perfectly round, if you guys was ever wondering. As my toppings, I'm just going to add some raisin and nuts mixed with honey. And voila, here is my pancakes and eggs for breakfast. Y'all cannot tell me this does not look like first watch. I'm sorry that I did not show the eggs because I lost that footage, but you will be seeing that recipe later in the video. So for lunch, I'm going to be having some good old lentil bean soup. It is a good source of protein, fiber, and iron. I'm going to be adding some onion, leeks, and garlic. Start by just sauteing your onions in a pan. Then adding some leeks and some garlic. I'm pretty much a pro now with the leeks, so don't come for me. For flavor, I added some sea salt and coriander. Go ahead and add your beans and let it cook for about 30 minutes. I forgot that I added some anise seeds to the soup, which was also a popular seasoning. And here is the final dish. I was so proud of myself, y'all. I added some feta cheese and parsley as the topping. Of course, I had to add the feta cheese. I don't know where I get it from, but it came out great. This was a quick snack later on. Some raw almonds, cheese, and grapes. And for dinner, I am going to have some lamb. The lamb represented Christ as both suffering and triumphant. It was also a meat that was eaten on special occasions like Passover and Easter. It's like ordering lobster for dinner or oxtails at a Jamaican restaurant. I cleaned the meat using vinegar and water and also seasoned it with sea salt and coriander as usual. I'm going to be cooking this lamb in some butter, rosemary, and garlic mixture that I made, and just use that to saute it in a pan. And here's the final dish, my lamb with some barley rice and some leeks as my vegetable. This was too good, y'all. I also paired this with some all-natural grape juice that I made. The bust down was real. So I'm starting out day 3 with some mint tea in a bag. For breakfast, I'm going to be having some eggs and leftover lamb from the night before. I'm going to be making my eggs just by using 2 all-natural brown eggs. I'm going to be adding milk and some sea salt for taste. Now, you should have already known that the cheese was coming next. So all I'm going to do is heat my lamb up by using a little bit of water and covering it up until it steams. Now, this meal came out similar to steak and eggs. It was so good for breakfast. By this point, I was convinced that I was eating at a 5-star restaurant with all these meals, and you couldn't tell me nothing. So for lunch, I made a quick chickpea salad. I'm sorry that I lost the footage to this, but my storage would not let me be great. I pretty much made this out of chickpeas, sea salt, coriander, olive oil, parsley. I added some cheese to it. I blended it in the blender so it came out thick. I also paired it with some unleavened bread made out of flour, water, and sea salt, which was used during Passover and communion. So for the final meal of the day, I have some tuna fish here that I'm going to season with some sea salt and coriander as normal. Coriander is full of antioxidants that demonstrate immune-boosting, anti-cancer, anti-inflammatory, and neuroprotective effects. Bomb! I'm just going to be pouring this concoction that I made with water, honey, rosemary, garlic, and parsley onto the fish so that it can cook. I'm also going to pair this with some millet fried rice. Now to make my fried rice, I'm just going to be using 2 eggs with some leeks, of course. I'm going to saute this with some sea salt and coriander. I'm going to add the millet rice. This rice actually came out a bit softer than I would like it. I used the box instructions when I really should have just went with my mind. It still ended up coming out so good, y'all. Just for these simple ingredients, these meals have been coming out bomb. So it's finally weigh-in time. This is the 4th day, early in the morning, but your girl lost 4 pounds in 3 days. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I do highly recommend, if you're having trouble with weight loss, to go ahead and try the Bible Food Challenge. It introduced me to so many healthy foods. I also felt light throughout the days eating all these healthy dishes. There is still so many foods that I haven't even touched, so I might be making another video. Go ahead and comment below and let me know which one was your favorite meal. I hope to see you next time. Love you guys and stay blessed.